Hello students, we are back again and we are there on part B session of our course, that is vocational skills, and in this we will be starting digital documentation. So a number of word processors are there which we know, on which we have Word. The most common on which you might have Word is Microsoft Word. So this time we will be focusing on OpenOffice, and in OpenOffice we will be focusing on OpenOffice Writer. So basically, OpenOffice Writer is a word processor, and like others do, it is also used to create various types of documents. So for creating any kind of document, we can use OpenOffice Writer, and it too works just like Microsoft Word. So we will be seeing few features of OpenOffice Writer. Some features you might have already studied in previous classes. So we will begin with styles and its various categories. See, basically styles are the formatting styles in which different kinds of text will appear on the document, like paragraph, lines, words, different types of text which appears at different places. So there are styles for all these kinds of text, and we can apply it to make our whole document more attractive. So we will be learning about all these types of styles and their categories. So basically we have some five different types of styles in writer, and these are paragraph styles, character styles, page styles, frame style, and list style. So as name says, paragraph style will be applied to the entire paragraph whichever we are working on or whichever we want to apply on. The character style will be there inside the paragraph, and it will be applied to the particular text whichever we are selecting. The page formatting or the page style will affect the entire formatting of the page. Frame will certainly affect or create the graphics or the frames on the document. List styles are used to create various kinds of lists in the document. See, we can make numbered lists, ordered lists, unordered lists. So various kinds of lists can also be created using list styles. So we will be seeing how these styles are working and how these will affect on our current document. So if you want to apply styles on our document, we need to first open the styles and formatting dialog box. And to open the styles and formatting dialog box, there are three different ways. The very first method is we can go on format menu, and from there we can click on styles and formatting. This particular dialog box will appear on the screen, and we can see a number of options are available here through which we can apply the styles to our document. The second method is to use the styles and formatting button on the toolbar. We can see one button is here. This is styles and formatting toolbar. Click on it and the same dialog box will appear. We can see the same dialog box with all the same options are here, and we can apply formatting to the document whichever way we want. And the third method is through F11 key. You press F11 key from the keyboard, and the same styles and formatting dialog box will appear on the screen. So if you want to apply, we need to first open the styles and formatting dialog box. So I'll be clicking on format, and I'll be clicking on styles and formatting option. So this came. So if we see this dialog box, we can see a number of options are available here. All these are categories. The top portion of these are categories. Like the first one is paragraph style. If we click on it, we can see all these options are available here. These all are the styles for the paragraph. If we click on this is character styles. The options or the styles related to character styles will appear there, and whichever we want, we click on it and the styles will be reflected back on the text, but we have to first select it. The next is frame style. Click on it and we can see a number of frame styles appears here. The next is page style. We click on it. A number of page styles are available here. And the last one is list styles. As you click on it, various types of numberings will appear here through which we can apply the list on our document. And we can see two more options are here. These are not active. These will be active when we will select the text. So this is fill format mode if we want to do our work more quickly, and this is new styles from selection. So if we need to create a new style and if you want to save it, we can use this particular option, and that is new styles from selection. So these are some of the options which are present on the styles and formatting dialog box. So let's see how it works. So we'll first come to paragraph styles. So let's see how we can apply some of the styles to the document. For example, paragraph style, text style. So if you need to apply styles on paragraph, simple methods here. Simply click anywhere in the paragraph and come to paragraph styles, and a number of paragraph styles are there. Simply double click on the style and that will be applied to the paragraph. You can see changes are there. See, it is changing. So it is quite a simple process. Simply bring the mouse pointer in between the paragraph, click on paragraph styles and double click on any of the styles, and that varied style will apply to the current paragraph. And if you want to apply a formatting style, text style to a text, we need to select the text. Suppose you want to select or make changes in this particular text, paragraph style. Select paragraph styles, come to text style, that is character styles, and double click on any. So you can see this is being changed, style is changing. So this is quite a simple and quick method to apply styles on the document. There is one more method of applying styles to the document or to the text, and that is using this option, and that is fill format mode. Using this fill format mode, we can easily format the document. We can apply the styles to document much more quicker. So basically what we need to do is we need to first click on this icon, fill format mode, and we need to select the style which we want on our text. Suppose you want any say emphasis, click on it and click on a text. You click on it, you can see it is changing. Click applied, click applied, click applied, click applied. Quite simple. Next format we can see any, click applied, click applied, strong emphasis, click applied, click applied. So we can see it is quite a very fast, quick method to apply the styles. The next thing we can do is we can format a text, we can apply styles to the text, and we can save those styles with a given name of ours in future, so that we can apply our own styles to the document which we are going to create in future. See, what I want to say is suppose that you have made a document and in that document you have applied some styles and you want those styles in future also, and you want to apply those styles to some documents which you are creating in future. So what you can do is you can store those styles of your current document with a given name, and whenever you want you can use the same name to apply the same styles to the document. How we can do that? The very first thing is, the first method is through selection. Select the document which you want to save, of which you want to save the style. Come to the last icon, that is new style from selection, and click new style from selection. This dialog box comes up, create style dialog box. In that you give a new name. Say for example the new name is You can give whichever name you want and click on OK. So as you click on OK, you can see here NUST. This is the current style of this particular document, and in future whenever you want you can apply this to any document whichever you want. The same thing can be done in a different way, and that is drag and drop method. Suppose you want to save the style of this document, what you can do is select the document, bring the mouse pointer over it, press the left button of the mouse and drag it to the size and formatting dialog box. You can see a plus sign appears here, and release it. As you release it, the same dialog box will come which will ask to save the name, give a new name. Say for example the new name is ASTFG, and click on OK. And you can see here a new name comes up. This new name is the name of the style of this selected content which I have just dragged and dropped in dialog box. And in future whenever you want you can double click on it after selection and you can apply the same styles over the document. So these are two methods through which you can save your own styles and you can use those styles in future. Okay, so the next thing which we can do in OpenOffice Writer, that is we can insert pictures, we can insert images in the document and we say it as graphics. So basically in OpenOffice Writer we have two different types of graphics, and those are drawing objects and pictures. So we can insert drawing objects also and we can insert pictures also in the document. Say for example there is a current document and in this document you want to insert drawing objects. So for inserting drawing objects, what we need to have is we need to have a simple toolbar, and that is drawing toolbar. You can see drawing toolbar present at the bottom of this window. If it is not there, you can enable the toolbar from view menu, click on view menu, click on toolbars, and from toolbar you can click on drawing toolbar. You can see a tick mark is enabled, and if you click on it the drawing toolbar will come over at this particular place. So we can see a number of objects are there, a number of groups are there, whichever you want, like basic shape is here, a number of basic shapes are there. These are all the shapes which you can insert in your document. Say for example you want to insert a line, simply click on this line, bring the mouse pointer wherever you want to draw the line, press and hold the mouse button and drag it. The line is created. You want square, click on it, press and hold the mouse button and drag it. A rectangle or a square will be created. You want callouts, you click on it, you click on any callout, drag it, and your callout is created. So in this way you can draw any of the drawing object available on the drawing toolbar. And these objects present on the drawing toolbar which I have drawn just now are termed as auto shape. So you can insert auto shape also in OpenOffice Writer. You can even change the line color and fill color of the drawing objects or auto shapes. Simply click on the object of which you want to change the color. It is a line, so click on it, right click on it. You can see the topmost option is line. Click on line. Here a number of options are there. Say for example style, line style, a number of line styles are there. You click on the line style. This is the color of the line, click on it. A number of colors are there. Suppose I click on red and click on OK. So you can see that the change is applied. The type of the line and the color of the line is changed. If you take this box, click on this box, right click on it and click on line. If you want to change the line, say for example I want fine dashed and I want the color of line as suppose magenta. Click on OK. You can see the change is there. And if you want to fill color in it, simply right click on it and you can click on area. A number of colors are there, so whichever color you want, you click on the color, click on OK. That particular color will be applied to the box. So in this way you can apply colors onto the auto shapes which you have inserted in the document. And suppose if you want to insert a text box to write any text wherever you want to type, for that you can click on this particular T from the drawing toolbar, click on it, draw a rectangle or a square of size in which you want to type the text, and you can type the text: a quick brown fox jump over a lazy dog, full stop, and click on anywhere else. You can see this text is inserted. So if you want to apply text box, you can apply text box from this T. So when you might have studied Microsoft Word, there you were having a option of word art, giving stylish heading to the document. So the same option is present here also with a different name, and the option is present on the drawing toolbar. We can see a here, there also a was here, here also a is here. The name is different. The name is here font art, font work gallery. So simply click on it. The same dialog box appears here. You select the type of style or whichever you want. Suppose I want this, and click on OK. As you click on OK, you can see this text appears here. Simply double click on the text appears here. You delete the text and type the text of your choice. Say for example, I'll type writer and simply escape. You can see the text is changed, writer, and you can change the size also. Simply drag and drop, the size will change. This is through which you can change the shape. So these are some of the boxes or the dots available through which you can change the size, you can change the shape of the inserted object. The next thing which you can do in writer is you can insert pictures also. If you have some pictures in your computer, in your hard drive, and you want to add those pictures as an object, as a informative content in the document, you can insert by clicking on insert menu and then clicking on picture and click from file. A dialog box will appear. From the dialog box you can select the folder wherever you have the picture. Suppose I have here, click on pictures, a list of pictures will appear here. So I don't have many, so I'll click on this and click on open. So it takes time, so it appears here. You can resize the picture from these boxes and you can put it wherever you want. So I'm resizing it, making it small. So you can see that as I have moved this image from bottom to top, this text changed its place. So this is called text wrapping. How the text adjusts itself when an image comes there is called text wrapping. So if you want to adjust this text wrapping, simple thing is bring the mouse pointer over the image, right click on it, come to wrap option. A number of options are available like no wrap, click on it, it's came to page wrap. You can see the object is there and the text appears just next to it. So it is there in the center of the text. Again wrap, and a number of more options are there. So you can see that all these options are there to adjust the text near, above, all is wrapped through. So this text will go just below the image. So you can see it is text, it is going below. So click on text, click on the image, come to wrap, and in background, so image will go as background. You can see image is there in the background and text appears on top of it. So all these options are available here for wrapping the text. So if you do not want to apply wrap, simply click on no wrap, or if you are clicking on page wrap, the text will appear around it. You can see one part is here, one part is here, other part is here, and the image is going in between it. So we can adjust it according to the requirement of the document. So the image is adjusted here. So wrapping options are there through which you can wrap the text, which will make your document look more arranged. So this is how you can wrap the text. The next thing we can do with the image is we can crop the image. Yes, we can crop the image, and for cropping the image what we can do is simply select the picture, right click on it, click on picture option, dialog box appears, and from that you have to select on crop option. We have two options, keep scale and keep image size. So if depending on the requirement you can select the option, and these are the four options through which we can crop this image. You can see how these lines will move as we change these here. So you can see line is moving. So whenever it is moving, you can see we are cropping. Suppose I want only this portion, and then see it's moving down and then it's moving up. So this portion is left, click on OK, and we can see the image is cropped. We are seeing only that portion of the image which we have cropped. So we can crop the image also in OpenOffice Writer. Now the next thing is to use templates. Basically, templates are the predefined designs of document which we can use to create a new document. These template contains all the formatting styles which we can use to create a new document. So if you want to create a document using a template, then for that we can go to file menu, click on it, then click on new, and from new you come to last option, that is templates and documents. Click on it. As you click on it, you can see the dialog box comes up. Click on templates. So basically I have these templates. You can have more, you can have less, depends on system to system. So suppose I want to create a formal letter, then for that I can select this. This is a template for template for a letter. Select the template, click on open. A new document will be created with all the placeholders. These all are the placeholders. Simply click on it and type the text which you want. See, click on contact person, type a new name, click on company name, say for example J.J.Hoi street, whichever you can write, city, depends, these placeholders are there, and you can fill these placeholders with the suitable document or the text whichever you want. Here salutation, then subject, then simply click on these are the placeholders. Click on it, type your text, and your document ready. Means you do not have to design the layout of the document. The layout is ready, the placeholders are there. Only thing you have to do is you have to click at that place and you have to fill the information and your document is ready. And in the similar way, a number of more templates are there which you can use for different types of works of creating different types of document. So this is quite helpful in creating the document quickly without giving much time in designing the document. So this is how we can create a document using template. You can do one more thing, that suppose you have a document and you want to convert that document into a template, or you want to create your own template, that also can be done, and that is done quite very easily. So in order to create a template, what we can do is either open a document which is already saved, or you can create a new document and you can save it as a template. So I'm having a document, so it is a small document. Just an example, suppose you have a document, open it, click on file and come to templates and click on save. A dialog box will come. At this place you have to type the name. Say for example it is just giving just a name, you can give any relevant name, and you have to select the category. So it is my template already selected, and click on OK. So this template will be saved in my template category. So click on OK and you got a new template. You want to check, come to file, come to template, click on organize and my templates. You see later one, this is now a template. Your document was there and now this document is a template. So you can create a template very easily, and you can use it in future to create new documents on the basis of this particular template. And you can do one more thing, and that is suppose that a common template is there which you want every time to open up to create a document, or your work is something like you are supposed to do the same work again and again. So basically if you want a template which opens up every time when you create any document, then we can do that also, and that can be done using file, template and click on organize. So template management dialog box comes up, click on my templates and click on any template which you want, which comes up every time as a default template. Suppose business letter, come to this command, this arrow, and you have to click on the last option, that is set as default template. Click on it and click on close. So now whenever you will open a new document, the same template will open. See, you can see it is asking it for several recipient or one. Suppose I want it for one. Depends on the template which you have used. I have used letter, so it is asking how many recipients you want. So I'll click on OK. So this is the template which will open up every time whenever I will create a new document. Okay, so the next thing which we can create is table of content. In Open Office Writer we can create table of contents. See, table of content in simple language we can say index. You all have book, you all have copies. In book you must have seen when you open up the pages, it has contents which shows the topics and the page numbers where those topics are. So if you are having a document in which a number of headings are there and a number of page numbers are there, and for that document you want to create an index, the index which will show all the headings with all the page numbers, so that you can search easily where which content is being printed. So for that we can use the tool for creating table of content. So the very first thing you require is the document. The document it should have the proper hierarchy of headings, means all the headings should be there in a proper order, and then we create the table of contents. So let's see how it is done. So the very first thing is we need a new document, file, new text document. The very first thing you require to do is you leave the first page and you have to come to the next page. So press Control Enter to come to the next page. Control Enter, you are there on the next page. Type the first heading. Let the first heading be computer. Then it needs a description, so I'll be leaving the description. I'll come to the next heading. Say for example the next subheading is hardware. The description should be there, and then suppose software, and then there should be description. Okay. The next thing which I'll do is I have to write the numbers if you want, then otherwise you can leave. So for example I'm writing 1, then 1.1, and then 1.2. The next thing which you have to do is you have to set the heading type, which heading type it is. So click on the very first heading, click on this part, and it will be heading 1. Click on this, make it heading 2. Click on this and make it again heading 2. Okay. Now come to the next page, Control and Enter. Say for example the next heading which I'll be taking is suppose storage devices, storage, storage devices. Okay. Suppose the description will be there. Then the next heading will be suppose floppy, the description, and the next heading will be suppose hard drive or hard disk, and it should go on and on. Then the next thing again numbering, so I'll be giving here 2, it will be 2.1, and this will be 2.2, and then I have to do the same thing, heading type. So this is heading 1, this will be heading 2, and this will be heading 2. See, this will be the way in which the document will be created. Means the very first thing we should have is a document and the proper order of heading. This is the proper order of heading. The blank spaces will contain the descriptions, so I'm not going to write descriptions now. It is just to explain how it will be working. After typing all the document, the next thing which you have to do is you have to click on insert. From there you have to come to indexes and table, and then you have to click on indexes and table. But before that you have to do one thing, you have to come to the very first page, click on the very first page where you want an index, and then click on insert, indexes and table, and then indexes and table. Okay. And do not do any kind of changes, simply click on OK. So as you click on OK, you can see all these headings are here. This is the same type of heading which you see in your book. See, headings are there in a particular order and the page numbers on which these headings are there. And here is the heading table of content. If you want to change the heading, right click here, click on edit index and table, and then table of content is here. You can write anything. Say for example you can write index. Whichever heading you want you can give and click on OK. So this is the heading which is coming here, and when you are done, or the next thing you want to do is add more entries. So again click on enter and write some more heading. Say for example softwares, system software, application software, and so on. Just an example, give numbers also. It is 3 now. It will be heading number 3.1 and this will be heading 3.2. the same thing you have to repeat. Click on this, come to this, click on heading 1, second click on heading 2, third click on heading 2. Now come to this page. We see here nothing is changed, only 2 indexes are there. So if you want to include those also, the new heading, right click here and click on update index table, and you can see the third one also appears. Yes, that means as you keep on typing the content again, you have to update it regularly so that the new indexes comes to the index page. The next thing which you can do is you can customize your index. Customize means how this text is printed. Here you can change the settings for this, and for that you have to come to the index, right click and click on edit index table. A dialog box will appear, and dialog box will have a number of options like index, table, entry, styles, column, background. You can use all these to make a number of changes to the heading. Say for example, you can type here title, any title which you want. You can give that title will come to the page at this place, index. Click on entries, and here a number of options are there. From there you can make any changes. Then come to styles. This is to change the style of the headings. Say for example level 1. Level 1 means this. See, this is level 1, and how the type will come, like this. You can see the changes, or this. So different types are there. Whichever you want, you can make changes. For level 2, if you want to see the changes, you can click on OK, and you can see this is the change which comes up here. The first heading, the second heading, the third heading, and others are coming like this. So you want to make some additional changes, you can do from here. Right click, edit index table, dialog box comes up, and from here next is column. If you want to display the content of index in column, presently it is 1 column. If you want to make in 2 column, you can click here, it becomes 2. You can see 2 columns are here. Click on OK, and you can see 2 columns, first column and second column. It goes like this. So whichever way you like to display the index, you can make it by right clicking and clicking on index and table option, and you can change the number of columns. Then again, background is here. You can give any color to the background of your index. Click on any color, click on OK. That will be applied to the index of your page. So we can see that OpenOffice Writer has a very useful tool for creating indexes if we are having long documents like stories or books or anything which we have created and that thing requires index. We can create it easily. Within few clicks the index will be created. That will show well arranged format of the document. So these are some of the features which are there in OpenOffice Writer. So bye for now, take care.